We play a little game of If You Only Knew. I just throw some questions at you, okay? Best piece of advice you ever received?
Best piece of advice I ever received was, of course, from my father, which I said earlier, okay, what can you do for someone else? And I've lived my life that way. And here's the key again, expect nothing in return.
Worst piece of advice you ever got?
Worst piece of advice? Wow. Have we got 2 hours?
No.
I would say one of them is that in business, I had all my eggs in one basket, and none of my advisors told me that I could have a strike, and have the signs up, which almost put me under. So I always remember that at least when I was 26 years old, they should have warned me not to have all my eggs in one basket.
Is there a company we should be paying more attention to?
Well, with all the high-tech companies, of course, you got your Googles all over. There's one every week, as you well know.
I know, it's amazing.
There's one every week. So at the time, I just can't live without Google, and I can give you many reasons why.
Your biggest failure and what you learned from it?
Biggest failure and what I learned from it was, unfortunately, that strike that I had, an 8-week strike, by having all my eggs in that basket.
At your company?
That I didn't, it was life and death. I might not be sitting here had I not had that 8-week strike, and I'll never forget it.
What industry is on the verge of exploding?
Well, of course, it's every, I mean, we're gonna look right here. We're gonna just look right here and have the whole world right here on the watch. We're gonna look right here. We're gonna have the whole world.
Yeah.
I mean, this is it for the next 3, 4, 5 years.
What industry is slowing down or dying?
What industry is slowing down and dying? Well, the coal industry isn't going anywhere from the best knowledge that I certainly have.
Who's a business leader you really admire?
That would be, well, I'm a business leader. Of course, I would have to say Jack Welch. I thought I'd have to know him. I know him and met him. Yeah. But Jack Welch, if you just study his career, that meteoric career, and what he's teaching now, that's a pretty good role model.
NBC, GE.
Yes, Jack Welch.
What part of the world is exploding in business?
Well, I fear, and I've always feared, and I've been there 6, 7, 8 times, when you got 1.3 billion people and China, I'm looking out the next 25 years. But I've been there many times, spoken to them, of course, in the many thousands. And every time I go there, I just say to myself, 25 years from now, who's going to rule? I don't know the answer to that question, but if I had to bet, if it's not the United States, it'll be China.
What are they doing so well?
China? Well, first of all, they know how to educate their people. From age, I'm talking about the elite, from age 5, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, let's talk about athletically. They pluck them right out of their families, and they take them away for 10, 15 years to be that basketball player, to be that runner, to be that swimmer. This is their total focus when it comes to athletics. I mean, the kids, that's it. They don't have a choice. They rip them from their parents.
I wouldn't want that.
No, it's horrific. But in the meantime, now what do? They do the same thing in education. Same thing what the Koreans are doing. Same thing what India is doing. They're all doing the same thing. And that is, you're 5 years old, okay, you're going to study and study and study and study. And I don't want to be harsh, but I want to tell you, I spend a lot of time as an MBA commencement speaker on these campuses. You cannot believe the Asian influence.
Education first.
Education first.
Watch new episodes of Larry King Now Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on demand on Aura TV and Hulu.